So you can start with your knees wide or close together, whatever feels better. And let your forehead come to the mat. Your arms can reach overhead or towards your heels. Just find a comfortable position. Push your sit bones towards your heels. And relax your shoulders. And then start to breathe in and out through the nose. Connecting with your breath. And take a deep breath in, fill up the lungs. And open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, expand. Filling up the lungs. And exhale, open the mouth, let it go. On your next inhale, start to walk your fingertips over to the right. And feel a stretch down the left side of your body, down into your hip. Option to gently pull on the left wrist, increasing the stretch. And walk your hands back through center. And then walk them over to the left. Stretching out the right side. Option to gently pull on your right wrist. Maybe noticing how the stretch feels from one side to the other. Maybe you feel it in different areas. In your side, your arm, or your hip. And walk your hands back through center. Plant your hands, spread the fingers wide, and pick your elbows up off the mat. Feel the shoulder blades come together and down on your back. Push your hands into the mat. Feel your shoulders engage more. On your next inhale, lift up into tabletop. Bring your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. On your next inhale, look up, drop the belly for cow pose. And exhale, tuck the chin, round your spine for cat. Pushing through the arms. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round the spine. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. On your next inhale, come back to neutral. Lift your left arm up. Inhale, open up to the left side. And exhale, thread the arm underneath the right. Coming down onto the left shoulder and ear. Stretching through the left shoulder blade, at the same time getting a gentle twist through the spine. Option to reach your right arm overhead or around your back. You can also leave it where it is in front of your face. On your next inhale, bring your hand back in front of your face. Push through the hand and come back to tabletop. Take one round of cat-cow. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, puff up through the shoulders. And come back to neutral. Inhale, lift the right arm up, open up to the right. And exhale, thread the arm underneath the left. Coming down onto the right shoulder and ear. Taking any arm position that you like, that you took on the other side. Or leave your hand where it is. And breathe. On your next inhale, push through your left hand. Make your way back into tabletop. Draw your belly in, engage the core. Lift your left leg straight out behind you, foot is flexed. Feel your core engage. Option to lift the right arm alongside your ear, reaching out through the fingertips and out through the heel in one long straight line. And breathe. Release your hand and knee down to the mat. And take the other side. Lift the right leg straight out behind you. Core is engaged. Foot is flexed. Option to stay here or reach your left arm straight out in front of you. Reach out through your heel and reach forward through your fingertips. And breathe. Maintain a slow, steady breath. And release down. Separate your knees, bring your big toes to touch, and take a child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Let your body relax. No muscles need to be engaged in this pose. Just let everything relax, melt into the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out through the nose. Come back up into tabletop. And then turn your wrists around so your fingers are pointed towards your knees. You can take one hand at a time here or both hands at the same time. If this is too much, you can bring your knees closer to your fingertips. That'll make it a bit easier. Just stretching out the wrists. You can play around with sending your weight back towards your heels, forward. You can take circles here. Just gently stretching out the wrists. And pausing anywhere that you feel you maybe need a little extra stretch. If you're taking one hand at a time, switch sides. Maybe you can feel a difference between your wrists. Maybe one's more open than the other. And release. Shake out one wrist at a time. Back to tabletop. Do one more wrist stretch here. This time flip the top of your hand down onto the mat, fingers point towards your knees. So your palm is face up. Option to take one hand at a time or both hands. And you can bring your knees closer to your wrists to make it a little bit easier. If you can handle it, you can walk your knees away from your wrists. And slowly moving around, either in circles, side to side, whatever feels good. If you're taking one hand at a time, you can switch sides. Connecting with your breath through this stretch. Maintaining that steady breath. And release your hands, release one at a time. Shake out your wrists a little bit. Coming back into tabletop. Shift your weight forward, kind of into a half plank or plank on your knees. Then bend the elbows close to your body, coming all the way down onto your stomach. Bring the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Push the tops of the feet down into the mat, lifting up the kneecaps. Inhale, lift the chest for baby cobra. Shoulders squeeze together and down on your back. And draw your belly button in towards your spine. Gaze stays down at your mat, lengthening out the back of your neck. And breathe. And take one more inhale. And exhale, release. Stack your hands and rest your forehead on the backs of your hand. Release your legs. Taking a mini belly shavasana. And bring your hands back underneath your shoulder blades. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift the chest for your second baby cobra. Pull the belly in. Engage your back, lifting up a little bit higher. Option to stay here, or you can hover your hands. Or you can push your hands into the mat, coming into full cobra. Lifting the chest up off the mat. Elbows stay close to your body. And hips stay down on the mat. Wherever you are is perfectly fine. Breathing through your pose. And take one more inhale. And exhale, release. Push back into child's pose. Knees can be together or far apart, big toes touching. And release your back. Let it relax. Make your way back up into tabletop. Pull the belly button into the spine, tuck your toes. Send your hips back and up into downward dog. Keep the knees bent and reach the spine nice and long, reaching out through your sit bones. Relax your head, gaze comes between your knees. And start to bend one knee at a time, walking out your dog. Stretching out one hamstring and calf at a time. And then come to stillness. Push both heels down towards the mat. Draw your belly in. Push your chest through your arms. And release your head. Maybe shake it yes, shake it no. See if you can straighten out your legs a little bit more. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Walk your feet towards your hands, coming to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet can be about hip width apart or closer together. Bend your knees, let your belly rest on your thighs. And then release your head and your shoulders. Gaze comes between the legs. From here, you can start to straighten your legs out more. Lifting the sit bones up higher and staying grounded through your feet. Option to grab for opposite elbows. Maybe swing the upper body side to side. You can wrap your arms behind your legs, or you can keep them down on the ground. And draw your belly in, see if you can fold a little bit deeper. And take one more inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way to standing. Head comes up last, shoulders roll up, back and down. Coming into mountain pose, palms face forward. Activate your legs and draw your belly in. Relax your shoulders down, away from your ears. Bring your big toes to touch with a slight space between the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, sitting down and back into your chair. Look down, you should be able to see your big toes. If not, just shift your weight back into your heels a little bit more. Option to bring your hands to heart center. It's a little easier on the shoulders. And draw your belly button in and lift your chest up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down on your back. And breathe. Maybe sitting a little bit deeper. Last inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. Hands come to the ground. And take a big step back with the right foot. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. Coming into a low lunge. Hands can come up onto your thigh or reach overhead. Push through the front foot. Keep the front knee stacked over the front ankle. And draw your left hip back a little bit, right hip forward, squaring off your pelvis. You should feel a stretch through the front of the right leg, maybe into the psoas muscle. It's deep in the stomach. Last inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toes and step into a forward fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way to standing, head comes up last. Into mountain pose. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Take any arm variation that you like. See if you can sit a little bit deeper this time. Feel your legs activate, maybe lifting up your toes. Feeling the weight back in your heels. And keep your chest lifted. One more inhale. And exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. And take a big step back with the left foot. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. Hands can come onto your thigh or reaching overhead, pushing through the front leg. Bring your right hip back slightly, left hip forward. And draw your belly in. And stretching out the hip flexors on the other side. Last inhale here. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. This time step back into the tabletop. And swing your legs in front of you. Come to laying on your back. And pull your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. And bring your feet down onto the mat. Ankles are directly below your knees. Reach your arms along your sides. Pushing through the feet, inhale, lift the hips up for bridge pose. Engage your inner thighs, keeping the knees in line with the hips and ankles. Push through your feet, lifting higher. Push through your shoulders. And exhale, slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. And sway your knees side to side. Releasing the low back. And bring your knees back through center, setting up for your second bridge. Inhale, push through the feet, lift your hips. Option to tuck your shoulders underneath you one at a time here. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back. Push through the feet and shoulders, lift a little bit higher, keeping your chin off your chest. And breathe. And slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. And bring your knees into your chest. And bring your feet down onto the mat. Inhale, extend your left leg straight up, flex the foot. Interlace your fingers behind the leg, pulling it in towards your body. Option to extend the bottom leg, keeping the foot flexed. Feeling a stretch to the back, calf, and hamstring. See if you can pull the leg in a little bit closer. Last inhale here. And exhale, bring the knee into your chest. Pull the knee right into your belly. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And release the knee. Bring your left knee to a 90-degree angle. Arms come out to your sides in a T. And then drop your legs over to the right, taking a supine twist. Option to gaze towards your left hand if it feels okay in your neck. And try to keep both shoulder blades down on the mat. And start to slow down your breath, lengthening your inhales and your exhales. And come back through center. Bend the knees, bring the feet to the earth. Inhale, extend the right leg straight up, flex the foot. Interlace the fingers the awkward way behind your leg. And pull it in towards your body. You can straighten the bottom leg if you did so on the other side. Relax your shoulders down towards the mat. And try to pull that leg in a little bit closer. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Squeeze the knee into your chest. Squeezing as tight as you can. Release the leg. Bring your right knee to a 90-degree angle. Shin is parallel with the floor. Reach your arms out into a T, and then drop your knee over to the left, twisting in the other direction. Maybe gazing at your right hand. You can also close the eyes. Come back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. Gently rocking side to side. And then roll over onto one side into fetal position, using the bottom arm as a pillow. When you're ready, make your way up into a comfortable seat. Sitting nice and tall with a long spine, and tuck your chin slightly, relax your shoulders down. And bring your hands together at heart center. May you have love, understanding, and strength in all that you encounter. Thank you.